my thing is, Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old. And the way he comes across is, I've been through the game. I've seen the ups and downs. I've lived your lifestyle, especially when he's talking about athletes not making the right decisions, whether it comes to their partners, business decisions. He's very much, I'm above it. I've been through there and I've come out scot-free in terms of no allegations and no improprieties, no abuse scandals or run-ins with the law. And his record was clean for the longest. He comes across as holier than thou. I've been through it. I know who the people advising these young athletes. Come on, Skip. Who are these athletes talking to? Right? That's how he comes across. I know best. I could never be in that situation. And then for him to get caught up with a 19, now 23-year-old talking about black baby this, baby gravy that, getting choked out. It's disappointing.
You are now listening to Pree Da Production with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to another video on the Pree Da Production YouTube channel. I'm your tribal chief, Majaro, aka Midge. I already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Trying to grow the community, and by sharing this to friends and family, that goes a long way in helping us do that. Now, let's get into the video. Oh my days. Uncle Shannon Sharpe. He's in big trouble. You see, Uncle Sharpe seems to have a problem. And he can't keep away from them young gals. So for those who don't know who Shannon Sharpe is, he is a Hall of Fame NFL player and media personality in the sports world. He's been on ESPN. He's got his own talk show type interview on Club Shay Shay, has Nightcap. He's all over social media, whether it's his fashion, his takes, his way of speaking. He is charismatic and he is in demand. For those who don't know, the Cat Williams interview, he was the one who did that, and since then, things just been popping off. And over the Easter Monday last week, a civil suit was filed against him for, guess what? SA and grape. And when I tell you, it is wild. Just to cover the basis, a woman named Gabby Zuniga has accused Shannon Sharpe of the unspeakable, and she is reportedly 50 million in damages. She's being represented by Tony Busby, and for those who recall that name, he's the person who tried to sue Jay-Z and failed because the evidence was just fictional. Tried to sue P. Diddy when his stuff started popping off, but that was also unsuccessful because the evidence wasn't there for those accusers. And now he's trying with Shannon Sharpe and this new accuser, Gabby Zuniga. And boy, the text messages leaks, the videos leaks, the calls that have been leaked in this whole fiasco, it's giving on serious. It's giving cash grab. I don't want to be that guy, but when the people involved, especially the attorneys, are slinging accusations and evidence back and forth that's supposed to be within the confines of discovery and, the court of law, and just leaving it out for the public to just look at that dirty laundry, it's not giving seriousness that this type of accusation deserves. So some of the text includes $25,000 for each cheat from Gabby to Shannon. Put that baby gravy in me. I want to give you a big black baby. Red flags everywhere. That's giving kink. That's giving race play. Other stuff like choke me and put a dog collar on me. Blah, 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 blah. It's some wild stuff. I can give a screenshot for you if you really want to read through some of them. But it is crazy. And when we all saw this, everyone was thinking, damn, this is crazy. But there's more. Call recordings surface on the internet. And it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Let's have a look.
Well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Bare static.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
This is weird. Why is there so many breaks?
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Definitely not.
Not a good look that you do with the shit you did to me.
Okay, well...
Okay, off rip, that was the first one that got leaked. That was given suspect because why is there a minute and 30 video or audio recording, but literally people talking for 20 seconds? Suspect, bare breaks. Cool, I'll give him a benefit of the doubt. She claims that they were in a relationship for 2 years and she was 19 at the time when she saw him in a gym and, you know, he was, you know, looking at her up and down and then, you know, made a pass at her saying, hey, let's talk X, Y, and Z. Unk, you're 58. 56, 58. Either way, you're too old for her, bro. 19 at the time. And then a 2-year relationship, whatever that means, because she's an OnlyFans model. So I don't think it was really a relationship in the traditional sense. It might have been something else, but especially when she's demanding 25k each cheek. But, you know, he moves away from wherever they're at. She follows. They're not living in the same house. Doesn't look like a relationship in the traditional sense. But it seems consensual at that. From the outset, you move with him, cool, to be closer with your, you know, main thing, right? But then it gets a bit weird. Because she claims he starts being aggressive, controlling, you know, he didn't wear protection when I asked him, and, you know, I was under the guise that it was an exclusive relationship, but then he starts speaking on podcasts saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm doing this, I'm a, you know, red blood hot male and stuff, and I do X, Y, and Z, I getting it in type of stuff. And then when his, you know, quasi sex tape leak on Instagram Live, that's when she said, nah, something's not right. I'm getting played, essentially. This isn't a relationship that I would like. And then that's when things start to escalate and alleged stuff happened. Bad stuff. Really, real bad stuff. And she wants 50 million for that. Hey, rumours came out a couple of weeks before saying he was due for $100 million deal for his podcast and intellectual property to be on a certain platform. I don't know which one. And she wants half of that. Apparently they've been talking since January about a settlement, and he was willing to give 10 million, which is suspect as well. Because then when the news drops, everyone's like, rah, 10 mil. Something must have gone on then if you're settling for 10 mil. That's crazy. Apparently he's only worth like 14, 15. So how is that happening? But there's more evidence, apparently.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna, like, get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me, so I feel like...
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so...
I don't want to be... Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
Whoa, Unc. Steady now. That's crazy.
Thank you.
Okay.
What the hell?
Well,
I think she got a clip.
You know what?
well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do. I don't think you have a choice in the matter.
Unc, you got played. Because, I'm not gonna lie, these conversations sound like massive setups. Long pauses, pressing buttons in the background, saying, I don't want to be choked. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, no, I don't. No, this is not consensual. No means no. You know, and then Tony Busby, all he needs to do is do his little thing because he likes to be eccentric. You know, one of the lines in the civil suit is, a woman can say yes 99 times, but when she says no once, that means no. And Shannon Sharpe did not X, Y, and Z. And then he goes into his case. It's not looking good. And whether he did or he didn't, we'll never know. It's hard to really prove things like this because it happens in the confines of your house. Allegedly, there's videotapes, consensually or unconsensually, apparently they're out there. But my thing is, Shannon Sharpe is 56 years old. And the way he comes across is, you know, I've been through the game. I've seen the ups and downs. I've lived your lifestyle, especially when he's talking about athletes not making the right decisions, whether it comes to their partners, business decisions. He's very much, I'm above it. I've been through there and I've come out scot-free in terms of no allegations and no improprieties, no abuse scandals or run-ins with the law. And his record was clean for the longest. So when people came in and they had certain histories saying, oh, you know, why'd you get with that young girl? Or, you know, why didn't you get with a mama? Travis Hunter, why are you allowing this girl to take you for a fool? She's just going to use you. Eventually you're going to, you know, grow past the adulation and the first couple of months of being together, first year of being married, and you're going to realize she only wanted you for X, Y, and Z. Oh, why is this person putting themselves in that situation? I don't even entertain those type of interactions. Whenever there's a woman in the elevator, I let her go, carry on. I'll be like, no, you go, ma'am. You carry on your day. I'm just going to wait for the next one. He comes across as holier than thou. I've been through it. I know who the people advising these young athletes. Come on, Skip. Who are these athletes talking to? Right? That's how he comes across. I know best. I could never be in that situation. And then for him to get caught up with a 19, now 23-year-old talking about black baby this, baby gravy that, getting choked out. It's disappointing. The first time your name came across in terms of improprieties, scandals, salaciousness was when you did that S tape. And then you flipped it, you know, people allowed you flipped it saying, oh yeah, I'm a red hot blooded male, I get in, I use this S pill that makes me perform like I'm 25, even though I'm 50, right? Everyone allowed you. I was like, oh, is this like some, you know, is this trying to disprove the rumors of him being homosexual? Okay, you know, it was just audio. We didn't see anything, thank God. But it wasn't a good look. But people allowed it because you're unk. Things can happen. Mistakes can happen. You didn't want to press, you know, live. You probably wanted to record that ish, right? because you freaky like that. The way he be talking on certain stuff and how he talks like he is. You know, he calls himself the backdoor king, backdoor bandit. That's what he be calling himself. Like, let's not act like Shannon Sharpe ain't freaky. He's said so himself. So it was in front of us this whole time, especially when he was moving to a comedian saying, "Oh, why didn't you speak to her mother? She's 23, you're 40 something. There's a massive age gap. Like, how come you messing with young girls?"
She's so young that she could pop out. 20. She 23. Darnell. 20. Why you didn't date her mom? Why you go for the Darnell? I didn't date her mom because why didn't I date her mom? What? You like them young, though. Don't do that. I don't like them.
But then, for this to come out, when an actress told you need to be with an older woman, not these young girls, you need someone to be able to cook your food, rub your feet, you know, lie with you, X, Y, and Z, and, you know, comfort you. You didn't want to hear. You were just laughing.
Dating thing. Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
But you tried to say that. What you trying to say? Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
But then you get caught up like this. It's disappointing because I want to believe that you didn't do what you did and that this is a whole set because that's how it comes across. But at the same time, we can't act like athletes don't do whatever they want. We can't act like Shannon Sharpe hasn't got that in him. We just can't. And now he's had to step down from his ESPN show. He might step down from his own shows. We don't know, but he's had to release a statement and a video saying, this isn't right. I'm going to fight this. And let's listen to what he has to say.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all of you guys. Thanks.
Well, there you have it. The proprietor of Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, ESPN co-host Shannon Sharpe, has to come out and defend himself against these allegations. And it's just sad, sad, sad. One of the things he mentioned saying, Tony Busby, he goes after, young or black successful men like Jay-Z. He didn't mention P. Diddy. He didn't want to really associate himself with that. But the difference between P. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Shannon Sharpe is there was no evidence to be found. There was no text messages, there was no videotapes, there was no hard evidence to tie them man to whatever was being accused by Tony Busby. But with you, Shannon, there's evidence! There's evidence. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
I be kidding on my foes, even though I got it all on my own. Success sweet, yeah, it tastes like honey gold. Dropping blood tears and even breaking bones. I'm sipping on Patron while aiming for the throne. I've been to hell and back and even call it home.